Alright, I think it is safe to say that we are live now. I mean, we gave it like, what, a minute? Oh, actually let me message GamerBait really quick, and then we'll go ahead with this. Alright. We're finally, like, good. Although, is the audio good? Whoops, I keep turning off this. I'm not used to this tablet. I'm not used to having the power button right next to the volume. I mean, except when I was using my other tablet, but not this one. I'm not used to that. Sounds like the audio might need to be touched up. Let's fix that a bit. Alright, let's see. Is this better? I mean, it definitely looks good. Alright, I'm gonna accept this as like the definitive version. Now we're gonna get it. But how's it going, everybody? I am the Zaben Neo Zaben here on Broadcast Zaben. Ugh. And today, we're gonna be going through the item shop. And I'm actually pretty happy about this. Realizing there's gonna be a little bit of go with that in the background, but I'm actually happy about this because they're doing Celebrate Star Wars. And if you guys didn't know, May 4th has been Star Wars Day. I don't know, I guess literally because May the 4th be with you, you know, May the Force 4th makes sense. But I'm happy that it's the first thing you see in the item shop instead of being the last. Okay, well, right there it took us straight to the featured, but I'm actually pretty happy about this. I'm a fan of Star Wars. I haven't really enjoyed too much the recent movies, you know, with different directors and all. It did come out a little weird. Excuse me. Surprisingly, they don't have the skins as a bundle. I would have expected all the skins to come together in a bundle, but I guess not. So we're gonna go over them based on their skins, and in Star Wars, I have a little bit of biasness, but you'll see in a second. So we have the new trilogy set, which is all these skins actually. We're gonna start off with Kylo Ren. What's cool about Kylo, I think, can his hoodie come down? It sure can. So if you wanted, you can play with the mask on, or not the mask, sorry, the hood on or off, and then that's really about it. It's the same thing as Cable, and of course you can play without it. I think there's times in the movie where he isn't wearing his cape. That's cool. 1,500, it makes sense. I think the only complaints that I heard about this was from PB Joey saying they should have had a style where he has the mask off, which I kind of agree. It would have been kind of cool to see, you know, the character's face. I mean, he has a scar on his face, so I mean, I don't understand why not. This one, it says it's the Knights of Ren Blade. So this is what you would see one of the Knights of Ren using, and it's used as a pickaxe. I never really paid too much attention to like what weapons they had, but this is definitely one of them, I suppose. I mean, it does it right there. The dark side emote. If you want to be honest, I don't know what this is trying to achieve. You know, it reminds me of two things. I'm assuming it is this one, which is the Force choke. But at the same time, to me, it kind of looks like when the Jedis would use their Force to grab like a lightsaber or something. That's what this kind of looks like to me. But I do believe just kind of the hand motion and stuff, it has to be the Force choke. Next, you got Rey. And again, I think this is the reason why he said, or rather, he got this skin, because he likes the... I can't remember her name. I think it's like Daisy or something like that. But he likes the girl who plays Rey in the movies. And this is literally based on her, so... there you go. I mean, it's a nice looking skin. She has her little laser pistol, I think Was that the first movie? I can't remember. I think it was the first movie she appears in. But that's not too bad. Of course, obviously she's not the first Star Wars. She's the first in the sequel or the trilogy, new trilogy, whatever. You get the idea. Not bad. Rey's, it says, I didn't know it was called a quarterstaff, but it's a staff. So many people, I remember there was leaks of Rey's staff, and so many people before the movie officially came out were predicting that Rey would have, or maybe it was after the first movie. I just remember people were predicting, I guess because of this portion right here, people were predicting Rey was going to have a staff lightsaber, which it didn't happen. It did not happen. Even though she knows how to fight with her staff, it didn't happen. But that would have been pretty cool to see something different for the Jedis. Like, she's always known how to fight with her staff, maybe a bit more than using a blaster. And then the movies, if they would have gave like they cut this part or something and then replaced it with a lightsaber, or I guess in this case it'd be this, or you could do the same to both sides, it would have been a lot better. In the movie, I mean, she does use like 2 different lightsabers, so that would have been cool. But not a bad looking, I mean, it just makes sense that Rey would have that. Next, you got the Sitz Troopers. Now, I actually like, I like the villains. Okay, I always loved the villains in Star Wars. I don't know why, I'm just a sucker for the villains. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's good heroes, but the villains I've always been a sucker for. This specific skin only comes out in the newest Star Wars movie, which is so unfortunate, but it only comes out in that. And you can see, it's not bad. I mean, it looks good. Like, this is exactly the blaster they would be using when fighting, and this is just how they look, and it looks awesome, badass. Next, you got Riot Control Baton. This one is in the very first of the trilogies. That guy who says, traitor. This is it. This is what he uses, and it looks cool. And the fact that it's in here as a pickaxe, I think 1,200 is way too much, but it is pretty nice. All that, oh look, speaking of traitor, here it is. I think what sucks is, in Fortnite, it's always this blue silhouette instead of it being, like, the actual item. Because I think it would have looked awesome if it was the actual item. And then I guess at the end, you could just have them drop it, or they could have stayed in that pose. A lot of different things on this, but... There's the Resistance Thumbs Up, which I think only Finn does that, which I'm surprised they don't have Finn or the other girl in here. I forgot her name, but there's 2 other skins of Star Wars that is not here yet. It could be here tomorrow. Who knows? I don't. And then you got the 2 gliders. You got the Y-Wing. It makes me wonder why they chose this one, because I think, if anything, the X-Wing is the one that's used or more famous in Star Wars. Not so much the Y-Wing, but not saying that the Y-Wing's garbage. I only remember this. This reminds me, if you cut all this off, alright, from here, just take all that off. This is basically the shuttle from Hoth. Like, I'm not the only one who sees that, right? Anywho, I think they should have went with the X-Wing, but again, no hate to the Y-Wing. I usually associate this with, I mean, I think these are like bomber wings, right? Like the one, like, I always play the games, and those were always associated with like the bombs and stuff. The First Order TIE Fighter. I love TIE Fighters. I'm not gonna lie, I love the TIE Fighter. So to see this, I feel so happy about. 1,200 V-Bucks, again, that's so much. I'm not even close to that number. But this glider, I mean, I literally have a speaker of this specific TIE Fighter, because I love the bad guys. So, I love it. I love that so much. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next stuff. I mean, Star Wars, you're doing so good right now. Yeah, that one's not in there, unfortunately. But you never know. There still could be time. There's still 2 days, probably, I think. I don't know. I'm not good with numbers anymore. Alright, we're going to go through the feature now. Shining Star. That's the name of your backbling. Astra. I think this skin it's okay. It didn't need to be, if we're gonna be honest, 1,500. It could have been 1,200 because it just, other than the whole skin itself being animated and having an alternate style, which is way too simple, it's just way too much. 1,200, call it a day. Didn't need to be that expensive. I would probably still get it. The wrap though, Constellation, definitely a must get. Hey, I mean, hopefully the sabers do come back. Those are pretty fun to use, and I think they did a little bit more damage than the Kingsman, which is out right now. But we don't really know at the moment. But yeah, no problems, man. You have a good one. But woo, I like this wrap. Not even gonna lie. So far, things are okay in the item shop. Oof, this one's a lot. This one is more your preference for the default. Like, if you like this default, or this default, maybe you like this default, or this one, or this one, or this one. There's just, what, 9 in total? I think the one I got was Ramirez. Yep. At the Trooper one. Because I think she's awesome. She's just my favorite. I think, yeah. I don't know what else I would get. Maybe that guy. He's got big nose. But I think this one's cool, because this is... whatever you use for your banner is going to appear on the character. So as you can see, I'm using like a wine purple. Purple wine. I feel like this is just wine. And then I got this specific banner from Save the World. So if you guys haven't gotten through Save the World or anything, you should. Okay, maybe not should, but it is helpful sometimes. And that's it. So if I wanted to change the color of my banner or something, or simply change the logo, it would also change. And again, oh, there's 8 of them in total. I thought there was 9. But seeing how there's 8 in total, there's literally just, it's you deciding which default you like a little more. I think these are all the back blings and stuff for it. It sure is. You got the banner shield, literally a shield with whatever your stuff is. You have the pickaxe, which I think is actually pretty cool. I actually might buy these. I'm 100 short from both, so I would need to choose wisely. You have the custom cruiser, aka the custom glider. And lastly, and this is one that I bought, and it's twisted up, let's fix that. The banner cape. I didn't know which one was cool at the time. I struggled. I think the shield might be a little bit cooler. I'm a big fan of shields. And there you have it. Honestly, I think I would definitely get the shield back bling and that pickaxe, because I think they're awesome. Ooh, look at that. And daily, surprisingly, we don't have 2 skins. We have only 1 skin, 3 emotes, a pickaxe, and a... wait, flex your banner? Oh, that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. So, is it all just like the default? Oh, it is. Okay, that's actually really cool. So, it's like your banner and whatnot, the design and everything, it repeats, but then there's a point where it just shatters and it scatters out in little pieces throughout the regular color of the weapon. That's awesome. I like that. Like, a color like this, my like wine purple color, looks so good with this like tan. Wow. Even the black looks pretty nice with it. Although I might switch the color for it to stand out a little more, but that looks insane. Like this, with the white, I could use a different color instead of the... Wow. I'm very surprised with what they did. That is clever. I would have never thought about doing that for the wrap. I don't know how I would have never thought of that, but that is awesome. Tactical Spade. I don't know what the black vector set is, but it is something from Season 3. I don't really like it. I mean, it's like the shovel that has like a multi-tool. Like, you can use this as like a saw or something, and then use the side as like a knife, and all that good stuff, pretty much. Let's see. We do have Whiplash. I don't know why I said it like that. Wow, really? Season 3? I literally would have thought this would have came like after that, but there's another version of you that I'm thinking about that came out way later, because this one is black and yellow, like the one that we saw recently. There was a male version, black, yellow, white. But then there's also another one that's, I believe, light blue, black, and orange, which is awesome. I wouldn't mind this. I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind. Then again, it is this trooper. I like this person too. I think this one's Ramirez. I can never remember their faces. Or rather, I kind of do, but... Did they have it? Let me see. Yeah, see? Like, this is one person, but then the other one's different. Interesting. This is Ramirez. This is Ramirez. Okay, I got it in my head now. Anywho, sorry about all that. We do have 3 emotes here today. We're going to start with the one that we have, which is the banner wave. Still a part of the banner set. You could see kinda that it's the wine with our logo on it. I like that. Just as a little joke, sometimes I use that. We have the work it emote. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm ruining the music, but not bad. Not a bad emote. I think it's pretty simple. I mean, it is a meme at this point. Really, another one from Season 3 that I didn't know. That went right through your head. I thought I had this emote before. Interesting. Nah, you're gonna drop your foot? Alright. Pretty easy to know what I pick. Sitz Trooper. And everything for it. I just don't have the pickaxe. Kylo Ren in the close second. If this was Vader, by all means, Vader would have been the first, ready to go, and everything's fine. But Vader is really down here, so... and then the emote, again, it just... It looks like maybe it's... Force choke, I would assume. And the thing is that these emotes being so cheap, I want like all of them. But it'd be so hard to get that and everything else. Again, going along since I love the First Order, gotta get that glider over the Y-Wing. I mean, if you guys love the Rebels and the Alliance and whatnot, by all means, you know, get them. Get them. So we still are missing, as Franklin Zoo's production said, Zori Bliss and Finn. The only ones we don't have. Hopefully they get brought in. It just doesn't make sense to not have them. Honestly, go with the defaults here over Astra, because technically speaking, you will have so many more options and things to use. You know, color combinations, the banner itself being on your shirt and your hat. This has more design and style to it. Sure, it's a default, but by all means, you get to customize it. Astra, there's only 2 looks. Sure, I guess it's animated. But they're not really that great for animations. Like, this one is better than the other one, if we're going to be completely honest, because that one just is pretty basic. But that's it. That's it. Although she does have a good wrap. The default, or the custom one, is a lot better. The banner one is a lot better. Even the banner wave. But we'll get to that in a second. Honestly, for back blings, it's so hard to choose between the cape and the shield, but I think out of biasness, I am going to give it to the shield. You're going to see if we can purchase this and, you know, get enough out of, like, Save the World to get, like, this pickaxe or something. Because, again, like, it's so simple, but it looks good. And I think the reasoning is just, again, like, this part looks awesome, and you get to color it yourself. I like that. And then the glider. It's pretty old, you know, Chapter 1 style glider, but, I mean, it's cool. Next, out of this, I mean, like I said, I mean, this is an awesome wrap. This pickaxe, not that cool. Whiplash emote, not bad, but again, I think going with this might be a better payoff than Whiplash. But if you want, like, the racer look and all that, by all means, you know, go for it. I mean, I'd get this skin, but I don't got the V-Bucks. I mean, I do, but then I wouldn't be able to buy anything else. Lastly, emotes. Well, number 1, in my opinion, is just Banner Wave, just because I think it's funny, and plus you get to customize the flag yourself, pretty much. So, Banner Wave, in my opinion, can be number 1. Between Facepalm and Work It, I'm going to give Work It the 1. And I'm going to give it the top recommended emote. Now, the reason why I'm giving it to Work It over, like, Facepalm is because, well, Work It, it works as both, like, hey, I won, let me do this. It's a meme, which is second. Or, yeah, people still use it as memes, right? And then, of course, third, if you eliminate somebody, it works perfectly against them. So, yeah, there we go. Facepalm. It seems like one of those things you would do with friends or other people, but in Battle Royale terms, you're typically using it as like a troll emote. I actually might get facepalm. Like, if we're gonna be honest, if I had enough V-Bucks, I'd walk out of here with the Resistance, Dark Side, Traitor emotes, the First Order TIE Fighter, the the Riot Baton. Walk out of here with like 2-3 more of these defaults right here. That constellation, this pickaxe and back bling right here, this wrap. I would walk out with 2 of these. I'd walk out with almost a little more than half of the item shop, maybe? I don't know. My math isn't that great sometimes. But anyway, that is all for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the item shop, and me going through it was just kind of is what it is. So if you guys have any thoughts, opinions, you know, take mine with a grain of salt as I take yours. You can go ahead, you can comment down below. Tell me what you think, or you can always go ahead and go to our Discord. Link for that is down below. You get to talk with me and some of the OGs, and it's pretty cool that you get to talk with me and other people there. Just go ahead, you know, tell us what you think about the item shop. We can talk a little more stuff, Fortnite, Save the World, maybe other things, yeah, Smash, etc. It just goes on. Also down below, we do have a link for our Cash App donation link. So if you guys want to go ahead and, well, leave a donation, by all means, please do. I'll take as much as $1. And it's not like a membership or anything, so you don't have to pay like a monthly fee or anything like that. You pay as much as you want, whenever you want. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, do the same for our other channel, The Zaven Project, because it makes us one step closer into being a featured content creator. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Please, as always, stay healthy.